Hey guys, it's time to Nefis and chill, and in this video we'll be talking about some really interesting changes that happened on the Awakening Flame PTS that's due to come out on live server in a few weeks now, from week 1 to week 3. And in particular, I'll be talking about a very old skill called Inner Beast, which is the stamina morph of Inner Fire. Most tanks in PvE, or rather most applications of Inner Rage apply to PvE, where it is the predominant ranged taunt. There were only a few instances of people using Inner Beast, such as when I was score pushing Veteran Ethereum Archive for world records. That's what I did on my main tank to damage the boss more. Now, the difference between Inner Beast and Inner Rage is that one is, of course, based on stamina usage, and the other is based on Magicka. The Magicka morph gives a guarantee Radiate Synergy, while the Inner Beast gives a chance of the Radiate Synergy, but allows you to do 5% more damage on the target you taunt or use this skill on. Now, this was before Waking Flame PTS, or before Blackwood. For Waking Flame, they initially, during week 1, the devs increased that 5% damage taken on target to 15%. And this had huge implications, not just for PvE, or instances of where you may have bruiser tanks, or certain niche applications of the skill, but also for PvP. And so, taking some feedback, I assume, for week 3, they did kind of nerf it slightly, but not back down to 5% or around that area, but back down to 10%. So we've gone from 5% to 15% and now back to 10%. And I think this is actually a pretty fair move. But another thing that they did, curiously, is they only let the damage taken modifier on the target apply to NPCs. So you can't use this 10% modifier on players. So I'm going to be talking about this strictly from a PvE perspective, as there's no reason to really talk about it anymore for a PvE perspective. For PvE, there were actually some tests early on during week 1 and week 2 between myself and a couple other players, and we kind of toyed around with Inner Beast on targets like world bosses or stuff like that. And there are ways to definitely have your group's multiple DPS use Inner Beast depending on the content. Also depends on perhaps a few other factors such as soft taunting, which can still apply once the over taunt goes off between 3 taunts. So Inner Rage, very interesting changes here. I can still definitely see a lot of people trying to use this. I think there's a lot of content in the Elder Scrolls Online, group content even, where you can definitely use this and get away with it as damage dealers, whether you're Magicka or stamina DPS. Otherwise, the original patch notes did intend this to be used for bruiser tank kind of builds, and I can definitely appreciate that, considering, again, even for score pushing, for a world record, I used Inner Beast on my main tank, with the Warden or the Dragon Knight main tank, so it's going to be pretty fun to play around with. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Inner Beast morph and the changes done to it. What do you guys think about the changes, and whatever else, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for Nefis and chilling, and see you guys next time.